That's a decent sized pool to start with. As long as I've got the interrupts on the Reaper, we should be fine. And so far, so good. Actually been quite relaxing so far. And it looks like we've also got a de-enrage on the Vanguard. Evening, darling. Alright, enjoy. Thank you very much. That all depends on the party. Cheers. That was really close. We always had people pull that patrol. Now I've seen someone grab the spear there, so I wonder when they're intending to use it. Hopefully on the first boss to burst it down, but not always needed. Oh, Demon Heart, don't die. Now after healing plus 12s in the Shaman yesterday, that damage is quite easy to manage. I say that now. I've still got the affixes to worry about as well. Oh, our mage has already went AFK. Okay. Not the most ideal time to go AFK in a Mythic Plus, but I guess it can't be helped. That just makes it a little bit more challenging to make this in time. So, with this cast here, there's a lot of AoE damage, so we've got to make sure we pop defensives on the higher keys. For the most part, it's quite easy to keep people topped up. As long as you use defensives appropriately, you won't be overwhelmed. The next AoE should be coming in a moment. So for this one I'll pop Halo and Shadow Fiend. Oh, never mind. The mob's already dead. The powers of a Boomkin and an Arcane Mage. I see what I mean with Demon Hunters not having their big form active. They do take quite a bit of a beating. Again, with the arrows that come out, as long as you make sure that an enemy NPC is in between you and the arrow, you won't die. Throw cleaver on me, so I'm going to make sure at least the tank's in the way. That way I don't get one-shotted. No, the druid forgot to de-enrage this one. Oh, we're going to clear the rest of the trash. Alright. Oh, that's a big burst of damage on everyone. Hold on. That's the downfall, but these Reapers, they do a very nasty bit of damage with the throw flesh. Thankfully it's only on one person though. If you see someone getting cast on twice though and they're already low, they'll either need a defensive or the healer to top them up quickly. Now, with this boss here, one person will be marked with a debuff. When they are, all you have to do is make sure you're behind the boss, because 3 worms spawn as soon as you're targeted. As long as DPS focus down the worm, everything should go according to plan. For example, one person in a moment will have a debuff, and we'll drop it behind the boss. It's going to be on the mage. Here come the worms. You're on a disease dispel class. Priest Paladin. You can very easily take care of the disease dot that comes out. On a 10 it doesn't seem to do too much damage yet. If you are the tank though, if possible, try and make sure you leave a little bit of space behind so that the DPS can actually go behind with it. Next one is going to be coming out. It's on the monk. And here come the worms. It's important you do not let the worms cast on you. Their melee attacks do some serious damage. Oh, that's so much better now that I've muted Xalatath. Every 45 seconds to a minute and a half, all you'd hear is her screaming away. Here comes the next debuff. I don't have too much space, unfortunately. Who's it going to be on? It's on me. I'm going to pop some defensives and dispel myself. And then move away as the worms spawn behind me. Even with Desperate Prayer and Fade, my health was still desperately low. Doing that without defensives will see you dead very quickly. Next debuff should be coming out soon. That was very well done. Now when I'm tanking here, I like to aim for around 30% count. That way if need be I can skip a few packs later on. With him skipping more here, it tells me he will pull almost everything from the rest of the dungeon. The most important kick to get here is to make sure that A, you don't die, monk, and get the kick on the Magus crossbow volley. The mage is going to take a big burst of damage in a second. Just make sure you pre-line up a heal and you're fine. It's so strange not being on an interrupt class. That damage you've seen coming out there is when the Magus manages to get a cast off. And if someone's already quite low from any other effect, there's a good chance they'll die. This one here, you've got the Marauder mob. If you're a melee, do not be frontaled by it. The cleave will one-shot you in a high enough key. As long as someone interrupts the Marauder, who does a fear, the rest of us are free to interrupt either Necrotic Bolt or any of the other casts that come out. That purple circle you seen a moment ago was simply the fear from the Marauder. All that needs is kick. It's normally the tank that takes care of that kick. Alrighty, there's an anima orb, like this one here. Always over here. It's best if you use it on this pack, as they're all casters. And they do some serious damage. You just gotta be careful with the incoming burst. Avoid the green swirlies as best you can. And when one person is marked with the circle debuff, the monk at the moment, be prepared to spot heal them because they'll take a big chunk of damage. Even with his defensive, he still took a big hit. Again, avoiding the swirlies. Monk's going to take a big hit again. He's actually rotating his defensive really well, so that makes it very easy to keep him topped up. Alright, I'm going to grab this orb here, and I'll save this orb to silence the first spawn of ads on the next boss. This one here, if you have kicks already assigned, or at least icons, you want to make sure you don't overlap the kicks here. because doing so will simply result in the melee being feared, more packs being pulled, and a wipe. So, one kick for each marauder. And again, melee avoiding the frontals. Now, the higher up Keystone you go, there's several packs around here. You'll want to avoid this pack here, as there's already 2 Magus and Crossbowmen. And if you don't kill the pack fast enough, more will spawn as well. So that pack there is normally Shrouded, Invisibility Pot, whatever you've got available. Otherwise you can commit one of the discharge anima weapons that I've picked up for that pack. I prefer to leave that one for the boss though. Again, Monk's going to take a big hit of damage. This time with Karma. Good job on those. And there's a spear. I cannot pick that up. That takes increased damage once they threw that on a boss. Right, so we're just going to take this pack. This will be a big burst of damage that comes out. We have a big hit on the mage. Again, without a cooldown, he almost died outright to that. It's a shame as well with so many cooldowns. The amount of mages I see not running alter time, mirror images, greater invisibility, it's really scary. And again, he's died without using cooldowns. It's so vitally important that you use cooldowns for these big packs. Oh, and if you die, don't release. It's a long walk. It just slows the rest of the dungeon down. Please do let me know if the microphone is a bit too loud. I managed to fix my settings earlier, and it seems that I had something incorrectly set up. Okay, so we went for a decent sized pool here. That's the mage back. Again, a fear mob, so I avoid the frontal as well as the fear. It went off, so I'll dispel the tank. That way he doesn't get hit in the back. It's nice that these things are actually going through because it gives me an example to show you what they are. Okay, so we still need a bit of count. Come on, tank, let's decide where we're going. Without the interrupts, the sorcerer mobs do a necrotic bolt, which is a big heal absorb that you need to simply out heal. And I'm making sure that the Demon Hunter doesn't drop too low because I know he's not got his defensives active. Well, he's got his mitigation up, but he doesn't have big form popped, so he's in danger of getting one-shotted. That was well done. As the healer here, if you're onto the top of the stairs, you can start the roleplay for the boss. That way the boss comes from the sky, down, and you can immediately engage him. I'll just quickly show. I'll try and avoid the swirlies while I'm at it. Either the boss comes down now. That way when we're finished with this big monstrosity, we can just simply engage the boss. Monk, that is simply a spike on the floor that you can easily move out of. So the swirlies, move. You don't take damage. Oh, Demon Hunter. Oh, nasty damage. Now if you tank this boss in one of the corners, when the NPCs spawn during his encounter, they're a bit closer together and easy to manage. So generally for this boss here, you'll have 2 interrupts on the boss and anyone else on the ads. There's going to be a crosswoman that does not move, a warrior, and 2 mages. I'm going to commit to the weapon I picked up so that everything is silenced to give everyone a chance to take care of the mobs. And at the same time, you have to avoid the frontal from the boss, which is coming out now. It rotates around the boss. If there are any NPCs left alive by this final harvest cast, if you hard CC them, like a stun, they will not wipe the group. If there's any NPCs left alive during that, everyone goes poof, and it's not fun. Here comes the next set of ads. I do not have the orb this time, so I'm going to use some defenses early on. Make sure everyone stays nice and healthy. If anyone falls low, I'll be prepared to use wings on them, avoiding the frontal from the boss. Wings on the druid so it doesn't die. And that was super close, and that's what happens if the NPC dies right as Final Harvest is getting cast as well. You don't want to find yourself in my position where you were standing directly under the NPC, because they will simply instantly explode. I will need battle rest. Druid. We have 2 available. That was lucky. That could have been rough.
Yet the battle rages on. We cannot rest until these invaders are purged from our skies. I will lead the effort here, while my disciples bring you to the Necrotic.
Monk is asking why. Okay, these packs here, you've got collector mobs that do 2 casts, Rain Fluids, and Gore Splatter. Gore Splatter is the AoE that gets applied to the group. That must be interrupted at all costs. This here, yep, someone got it. It's more important to kick the Gore Splatter because the Rain Fluids is a channel and it can be hard CC to stop if you've got no more kicks. And this is what happens if Gore Splatter goes out on the group. Everyone takes a big hit and a dot. It's not fun to heal through. I think I've just destroyed something under the desk. Sorry about that if I deafened anyone. This pack here has again the collector, and we've got a shaper which simply puts an arrow on someone. Again, the Gore Splatter went off, and again, it was hard to pick everyone up. It's group damage that can so easily be avoided if you just interrupt Gore Splatter. It's mistakes I've found that, like that don't seem to happen on 12s. Alrighty, so again, another collector. We're hoping that this time the cast will be stopped. Here he comes, here he comes, here he comes. There we go. Well done, Demon Hunter. I don't know it was a Demon Hunter because I'm tracking it above my frame. This last pack here is only got a shaper. You'll see what it is with when someone's marked with an arrow. You simply just make sure in between the arrow and yourself are any NPCs. This is especially important for when we get to the boss. Again, throw cleaver. We make sure that tank is in between if there's no mobs left alive.
Come, my assistants. These raw materials are in need of processing.
Alright, there's going to be 2 mobs here. Let's simply do a more empowered version of the arrows. Just aim them towards each other. See, this one's on me. I'm dragging around here, and I've also got the second one on me. So I made sure I popped the defensive. I did not want to die with both targeting me. This morbid fixation essentially is just hate the mob. This mage might take a big... Oh, I thought I was going to take a big bit of damage there. But the NPC died fast enough. Throw flesh, as you can see without a defensive, it's around half your health. Let's see how the tank should take the hit. Tank, tank, tank. There we go. He made me panic. Going to a pack on the left, and then afterwards a pack on the right. This pack, just simply avoid the frontal, nuke down the mobs. That's a small frontal effect you see there. It's not that large. So ranged, if you're standing this way around, you're good. That was the tank apologising for sleeping on the job. That's fine. Normally you have something in between, like NPCs, to take the hit. But if there's nothing left, and you're a cloth weather, you might die. At that point you're hoping the tank saves you. Mage, mage, whoa! I thought the mage was going to die. The mage was almost shish kebab. This side here does a very nasty close range aura on everyone, and will target someone to put a small pull under the feet. Ranged, just make sure you're not standing in the middle of the area. It's going to be on the mage, he'll take a big hit, and then move out of the effect. And that circle of green death is why you don't stand in the middle of the room. After this pack, we're straight on the boss. Going to be on the druid, I'll line up a heal. Nice and easy. Now I'm saving most of my cooldowns just for the boss that's coming up next. One's going to be on the melee. Whoa! Okay, hello monk. No defensives and aura. Heart attack in the making. And now we're straight into the boss. We do not want to pop our cooldowns right now. You pop all your cooldowns only when the boss is being gripped down. If they get the arrow on you this time, you make sure you aim it towards the platform, and that way it brings down the boss. The next hook effect from the creation should be positioned with the boss between you. That way the grip interrupts morbid fixation from the boss. Nope, didn't happen. Mage died. The longer this creation is alive, the more group-wide damage that comes out. The next hook here should be on the platform. If there's ever 2 hooks happening, 2 meat hooks, the second hook will always need to be aimed up here, even if the boss is not yet there. Okay, so me, we're gonna have time, we're gonna have time, we're gonna have time. I'm gonna have time. There we go. Yoink. This one here, we just want to make sure everyone stays nice and topped, and we nuke this down as quickly as you can. So there's the next hook coming out. The boss should be positioned in between. Otherwise the person with morbid fixation must kite. So the next hook should be aimed up at the platform. Nope, he's dead. So we'll get 6 minutes to kill this last boss. So far, so good. Quickly get a little bit of mana. This one here is ranged. You want to make sure you stay spread out, as one person will be routed on a spot. It's going to be the druid. Make sure no one's in the circle, and be dispel. The only group-wide damage that happens at this point is when the shield goes up on the boss, and then Comet Storm happens afterwards, which is simply an effect. You move after 2. I'm going to see who's getting sent down, so I know how to use Power Infusion on. Well, this one's going to be on me. Start a spell. It's on the mage, so I'll give it to the Boomkin instead. The mage is getting sent down the bottom to the left, down here. They must do a mini gauntlet and stay alive, and then kill their NPC at the end. Again, every time the shield comes up, this one's going to be on the melee. Tank must move. Tank didn't move because the monk instantly used Tiger's Lust. When the mage finishes his NPC down the bottom, he will come back up and they will place a big AoE effect on the floor. The druid is getting sent down the bottom. The mage might actually die down the bottom. I hope not, because that's just going to make this a whole lot harder. There we go, the mage is back. He'll move to one of the corners and instantly place down the circle. Oh, he blinked too early, I'm dead. That was not good. I need the druid to come up ASAP. In the meantime, I'm going to have to give him wings just as I'm about to expire so he doesn't die. I'll need battle rest. Here we go, druid's back. Need battle rest. Quick, 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 quick. Quick, quick, quick. Battle rest, please. No! Well, that was unfortunate. A bit of miscommunication with timing there, I think. I don't think this is still going to be in time. That was the tank asking us to please pick up. Oh, okay, I'll just go send down. I'm bugged. Weird. Yeah, he was asking for us to collect the orbs from Xalatath as they start to hit very hard. Oh, the monk's getting rooted. There we go. Quick dispel. Here's the shield for the AoE damage again. And it's going to be Comet Storm that we move from. Oh no. The mage is getting rooted. Make sure everyone's out and dispel. Bye, mage. It's these orbs here the tank was asking us to get. If the boss gets buffed, it hits super hard. As you can see, he was almost dying, and that was without any buffs on the boss. Okay, the monk's getting sent down the bottom. The mage still isn't back yet. There we go. So if he times this right this time, you should put down a circle. I'll take some group damage until the shield's down. No, that's the timer just finished. That's unfortunate. As the monk back, he's going to place a circle down the bottom. Druid's going to need a spell, and mage needs to move. There we go. Oh my. Seems to be a lot of mistakes happening. Again, the druid needs to dispel. I can already see no one's near him, so I can instantly dispel. Avoiding the swirlies. Monks being sent to the bottom. And dispelling the druid. Here comes the mage. And the shield's happening at the same time, which is a lot of group-wide damage. As you can see, this is quite a long fight on a 10. Druid into the spell. Now obviously you can shapeshift during that. The monk's going to place a big circle on the floor, well done. That was unfortunate for the timer. But regardless, it was still well done.